Hello, and welcome to Tech Bytes from Teachers First. This is Karen Streeter, and in today's video segment, we're going to learn how to use the image function in Google Spreadsheets to insert images directly into individual cells, and also how to easily size those images. Let's get started.
Let's start by looking at how people normally put images into their spreadsheets. They go up to the Insert menu, slide down to Image, up pops a dialog box of where you're going to get your image from. I have already searched the internet for a copyright-friendly URL. I'm going to go ahead and paste that in here, and you'll see that it's Baba's first birthday. I'm going to select it, and then boom, it drops onto my spreadsheet. I'm going to click on it once, so I've got it selected. You see the anchor points around the outside, and my cursor turns into a little hand, which means I can hold my left mouse button down and drag it anywhere I want. I can also resize it, but what you'll notice is that it's actually on top of all of these cells. So I'm going to go ahead and resize it so that it fits into or over cell A2. Now let's see why this might be problematic. I'm going to go ahead and sort this spreadsheet that I have. I've got 4 columns that I'm working with, so I'm going to highlight just those 4 columns and the information I want to sort. Go up to Data, click Sort Range, tell it my data has a header row, and say that I want to sort it on ranking. And rather than going from ranking of 5 to 1, I want to change it from 1 to 5. So I'm going to click Sort. And all of my information sorted and moved accordingly, with the exception of one thing, that image that I just added of Baba on her first birthday. If you look to the bottom where the ranking is now of Baba's first birthday is at 5, yet that image did not travel. So if I click on that image, I would have to drag it back down into this area, which is now cell A6. If we look at Baba with her toy up at the top in cell A2, I can select that cell and hold my mouse button down and drag, and that picture doesn't move anywhere. That's the advantage of using the equals image function. So let's practice that. In cell A5, I'm going to go ahead and copy this URL. If you look at the yellow box, you see the formula, very simple. They start by typing equals, the word image, open parentheses, start with a quotation mark, and paste the URL. Then close the quotation marks and close the parentheses and hit enter. And there is my picture of Baba with a blue crate in that cell. It is that simple. Now what we're going to look at next is we're going to look at actually how to get the URL and how to use some changes in that formula to automatically resize the images in a cell. Let's get the URL for heart icon. Done my search. I'm on images. I'm going to slide over here to Tools, and I'm going to go down to Usage Rights and click Labeled for Non-Commercial Reuse so that I know I can use it. I'm going to slide over to Size, and I'm also going to say Icon because I know they'll be smaller. And the last thing I'm going to do is go to More Tools, and I'm going to say Show Me the Sizes so I can see underneath. If you're comparing larger photos, it's always nice to be able to see the size so you can get a feel for resolution. I like this heart in the second row, so I'm going to click once with my left mouse button. I don't want to visit the page, I want to view the image. That will give me the URL that I need. Now that I have the image isolated, I'm going to go up to the Omnibar, click once, copy, and we're ready to go. Back to my demo sheet. Up here in this first cell, A1, I have the regular formula that we've been using. I'm going to go down here to A3, and you'll see that I've already pre-sized the cell. So I'm going to do equals image, open paren, quote, paste my URL, close quote, close paren, hit enter, and you'll notice that that's the same formula that I would have used in cell A1, but the image is automatically bigger. That's because I had pre-sized the cell. And whenever you change the size of the cell, remember that it's going to scale that image to fit the cell, but it's also going to keep the proportions or the aspect ratio relative to the original image. So if I copied and pasted that same formula into A5, I could grab the handle underneath the row and I could make it whatever size I wanted, and it's going to scale that image. So that's a nice thing to remember. Okay, now these last formulas that you see over here in column B, you'll notice that one has a comma 1 at the end of the URL. That's basically saying it's the first of the base image. That's exactly going to return exactly what we've been doing. The second one, you'll notice how that image of that heart has been stretched out to fit the cell. That's breaking that proportion or aspect ratio. That's what comma 2 will do if you use it, if you add that to your formula. Now the third formula here, comma 3, is going to put the image into that cell in the exact size that it was designed. So I know it was 256 by 256. So we can see the bottom of it. And it's not going to change based on the fact that I'm increasing the size of this cell. I'm just uncovering its original size. So you'll notice as I make the cell bigger than its original size, it does not scale bigger. Because when I use that comma 3, what it's doing is putting the image in this cell in its original size, and I just need to increase the size of the cell to show the original image. And then the last one, the URL with comma 4 followed by numbers. Those are the pixel sizes that I want it to be. And I know that my original image was 256 by 256. So if I wanted to half that size and have it stay proportionate, I can do 128 by 128. And what that will be, and I can show you here real quickly, is it is half the original image size. Now, one thing to keep in mind when you're doing these formula changes is that you use a comma and then the number, but in some countries or in some places you need to use a semicolon. Use the comma first. If that doesn't work, try it with a semicolon. And I have one last tip for you. Embedding images from Google Drive or Google Photos into a Google Sheet using the image function can be problematic. Sometimes the images appear briefly, then disappear. Mostly you just don't see them at all. Lucky for us, there are a couple of workarounds. I'm going to show you the super simple one. The type of link you need is called a permalink. This is different than the regular sharing link that you're used to retrieving. Currently, Google doesn't offer a way to get permalinks for images. First, let me say that I always start by looking to see if I can get copyright-friendly images off the web. That's the fastest. But if I want to use something out of my own photos or something that I have the license to download and use, I start by creating a folder in my G Drive and setting the sharing permissions on that folder to public on the web. Anyone with the link can view. Once you do that, I'm going to go to a folder like I have. I've got some Pixabay images that I downloaded. I'm going to right-click on one of those images and say share. And I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to get the share link, copy it. And now I'm going to go to a very simple site on the web called Google Drive Direct Link Generator. In the first box where it says enter your sharing URL, I'm going to paste that link I just copied. Then I'm going to click on Create Direct Link. It's already created the link for me. I'm going to click on it and copy it. And now I'm going to go to my demo page. And I'm going to go to empty cell. And I'm going to type in equals image, open parens quotes, paste that URL link it just gave me, close quotes, close paren, hit enter. And there you see an image. Because we know if I increase the size of that cell, it'll increase the image. I'm going to go ahead and do that so you can see that I've got two frogs there next to a computer with Google on it. Very simple. Use that Google Direct Link creator. You see right in front of you. You can do a search for it, or I put the URL for you right here. Another thing you can do if you don't want to use images from your Google Photos or from G Drive, you could also store your images on a cloud-based photo storage site, such as these freemium sites that I have listed down below, like PhotoBucket or Flickr or Dropbox. Any of those would work as well. All right, well, that's what we've got for you. Good luck with Google Sheets. I know you'll do great things.
Join us again soon for another great Tech Bytes video tutorial from Teachers First.